This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and hit that hype button. All right, so Andrew Tate dressing like a woman as he got arrested looked very weird, right? This is the Manosphere, the man in the Manosphere. Now, I don't hate Andrew Tate. Some of his messaging is like, yeah, it's like, yeah, okay, this makes sense. Like, it's common sense stuff. And some of his stuff is crazy, okay? Like, I think he's just a crazy person. Now, are they guilty of all their accusations? I think they're guilty of something else they can't catch them on because they want these guys to go to jail. And if any of the accusations stick when they go to the UK, they're going to spend the rest of their life in jail. And you know what? The UK is so different now, like government-wise. I don't know what's going to happen with them, okay? It's very... I don't know. The UK is just very... And it has nothing to do with the people that live in the UK. I'm talking about, like, the government in the UK. It's very weird now. I don't know. All I know is Andrew Tate was kind of, like, begging for this day to come. He kept taunting them. Come and get me. You know, it's like, bro, you should have probably laid below the radar once you got free from jail. That's my whole thing. It's like, what were you doing? Like... Well, you still don't know how these guys make money. They still can't tell you how they make money. As we reported yesterday, Drake told Adam 22 that Lefty Gunplay never turned him down. Why would he ever even do a song with Lefty Gunplay? That would never have crossed his mind. So now that Dame Dash went completely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, we can see why Jay-Z got rid of Dame. Okay? Now, originally, he was supposed to do S. Carter. That was going to be, he was even branding that. S. Carter. That was going to be his record label. But he got to get Roc Nation back. He got to get Rockefeller and then turned it into Roc Nation, because he did a deal with Live Nation, right? Now, Dame Dash progressively just got worse and worse and worse. Like 96 to 2001, he was cool. And then it seemed like he hit a point there where he believed he was a rapper when you're an executive. He wanted to be Diddy, right? But you didn't do it on your own. Just like Diddy really didn't do it on his own. He needed Biggie, right? Because to move to that next level, when he had his own label, he needed Craig Mack was cool, but Biggie was something else. And Jay-Z was, Dame Dash's Biggie. And then there was Biggs Burke, who had the money, right? Now, Dame Dash just got too flashy, man. It doesn't work for everybody. The Diddy approach doesn't work for everybody unless you're gonna like Jay-Z had equity. I don't think Biggie didn't have any equity in Bad Boy. So it's like you couldn't take him out any other way. And you had people wanting to empower Jay-Z because you weren't friendly with the people at Def Jam. Like Dame Dash made enemies with everybody. He was the bad guy. Jay-Z played the good guy, and they gave the good guy an offer too good to refuse. Hey, how about you just come over here and run Def Jam, and we'll give you Rockefeller once you convince them to sell it, right? And that's what happened. Now, I don't blame Jay-Z. Like, Dame Dash, all he did was, he was annoying, just like he is now. He doesn't make sense with everything. He wants to snap on everybody. He creates a lot of enemies. And, you kind of needed that at that time to, make it. But Dame Dash just became dead weight, unfortunately, I would have liked to see it go down a different way where, Dame Dash kept running Rockefeller. Jay-Z kept his stake in it, but started his own label on the side. And some artists went over there because that would have been better. But you know how Dame Dash would have been? He would have been set on destroying Jay-Z. The most humbling thing was for Jay-Z to do was to humble Dame Dash, get the company for cheap, then get it back, and once you're the head of Def Jam. They gave him all his masters. They gave him the whole label. And then he started Roc Nation later, and it was very strategic. And Dame Dash was humbled and quiet for years. I'm going to do art. I'm going to do this, and none of that stuff worked. Like, Dame Dash just, he can't get out of his own way, bro. He's like one of those people that just can't. It's like Boosie in a way. You can't get out of his own way. And I can understand why Jay-Z was like, yo, I'm done with this guy, because he's preventing me from, growing as an artist, He wants to take credit for all my success. And that was a problem. So I don't blame him. I don't blame Jay-Z for making the moves he did to get rid of Dame Dash. Dame Dash is... Nobody can work with Dame Dash. Nobody's ever stayed working with Dame Dash. People don't even want to help him when he's down and out now. Because, when they help him, he's like, yo, you're supposed to help me. It's not like he's not thankful. He's not grateful. He's like, yo, they were supposed to help me. It's a business deal. I did this. I did that. It's expected. He can't just be grateful. So it's like, you can't really mess with somebody like this, to be honest with you. Dame Dash is, toxic. I hate to say that, but it's true. So Drake on Make Them Pay. He says, I was Aiden Ross with the streams before Aiden Ross ever streamed. Rick Ross hasn't had a big debut since Drake stopped working with him. And this was before the beef. Because in 2023, Rick Ross dropped the album with Meek Mill. Drake could easily drop down a record. Gamma, they did a deal with Gamma, and that's Larry Jackson. He's friends with Drake, right? But I'll tell you this much. I think Drake already was kind of like, I'm not going to help Meek Mill on that one, because it was a Rick Ross Meek Mill thing. And he had kind of realized at that point, I could be cool with Meek. If we see Meek, it's cool. But it's like, I helped him when he came home. He did a song with him. And after that, it was just like, well, okay, we're better off as friends, bro. You're never going to be on one of my albums. I'm never going to be on one of your albums again. And Rick Ross probably, was offended by that. He asked Drake, yo, homie, can we do this song? He was like, nah, not right now. Rick Ross can't stand hearing the word no. So later the next year, when the opportunity presented itself, he dissed Drake, because everybody else was piling on. Why not? And Rick Ross and Meek Mill did about 33,000 on that album first week. And that's about what Rick Ross is going to do now. He has a new song called Porsche GT3 where he tries to emulate Kendrick's flow. Where he goes, I'm going to the Porsche. It's kind of like a Kendrick Future flow. To have all these features, right? And to still only do 30 to 50 the first week is not good. But it's not bad. Could have been worse. He could have only did 15 to 20. All right, so it looks like it's going to do 30 to 50. Could do 50. But Tory Lanez is doing way more. He's going to do 50 to 80. That's in jail. That's crazy. Now, if Lil Wayne hangs out with Rick Ross again, is that kind of like Drake should look at that away? Because it's like, oh, why are you hanging out with my enemies? Because you got to look at it from a perspective of why is Ross beefing with Drake? It's not over French Montana. That's lies. It's over him being told no. That's the real reason. It's not because, it's because, French Montana didn't get a song cleared. That's BS. Let's be real, And then, think about it. When the Meek Mill beef was happening with Drake, he should have taken super offense to that because that was like Meek Mill and him were cool at that time, and Meek Mill was like 100% his artist. Like now it's like he went to Roc Nation and all this other stuff, but it's like that in the past couple of years. But you didn't jump out there and have a problem with Drake then, and you stopped working with French Montana because French Montana chose Drake. Now he's cool with French Montana again. It's like you can't tell Rick Ross. He's all over the place. Inconsistent. This guy, Chris Griffith, I saw his baby mom speaking out about him. I don't. This is one of many celebrities he's taking cases against. This is like he's an ambulance chaser. So I don't know about this. I don't think this thing with is gonna stick with Stefan Diggs. To be honest with you, I think I don't know why. I think Stefan Diggs just is a jerk. Okay, and he rubs a lot of people the wrong way, or just says, "Hey, it's over. We're not friends anymore." This offends people, and then they want to get back at him, so they take cases against him. I mean, he has a lot of cases against him. I think he's a jerk. I think that's what it is. And you can't really run around and be a jerk and have money, Cardi B went live on Instagram, admits that she's dating Maduka Okoye's. They're it's a date. Nothing crazy is happening. His baby mom came out and said, "Oh, this guy was nothing before I was with him. I made him." It's always something like that. It's crazy. So yeah, that's happening. Cardi B knows how to pick them. No slight to her. It's just you gotta be careful. DJ Khaled reveals that he pushed his album date back because he was inspired after Drake's recent shows. BS, bro. This is what's happening. Roc Nation's like, yo, we're not gonna let you fail, bro. I know you need Khaled. Bet you his new album. Rihanna's gonna come out of retirement, finally give him a song. That's gonna be big for him. Jay-Z will be on it, maybe. You're gonna see a lot of people. Rick Ross will be on it. I bet you Lil Wayne will jump on it too. He's gonna put together an album without Drake and drop it, but he's gonna get a lot of help from Jay-Z. And don't be surprised if you see Kendrick Lamar on there too. That's what I'm thinking. I think he's taking the tactic to go against Drake now. It's not everything that D-R-A-K-E likes. It's not that. What I like, what Drake likes, I like, right? They gave Drake this big... Look, they're pulling out all the stops for him. They're putting him on late night shows, everything. And it says 80 million records sold. 80 billion, 20 billion streams worldwide. I don't know. It's a lot of albums. I don't know. We'll see. That's a big plaque. How are you going to get that plaque back to Miami is the question. You're going to need a truck. All right. So, you know what would be a great episode for something? Exhibit reacting to old Pimp My Ride shows. I mean, this guy had a slot machine installed on the side of his car. This woman had a whole, fake doctor thing put in the back of her car. They destroyed people's cars in this, and Exhibit admits that. I would love Exhibit to react to these. These guys how they destroyed the cars. Because Exhibit said, I was shocked when they destroyed these people's cars. I just picked the car up and dropped it off. They did all these weird things to it. I would love to see that. Anyways, this is Jordan Tate with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Hope you guys are having a great day today. Smash that hype button. And I'll check you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. I'm nothing without you. Peace.